And as far as specifications go, this is a 7x16 trailer. It's just under 7 feet wide in here and 16 feet long. I put 6 of these in here, and it's just big enough for 6. If we put the bikes in here at a shallower angle, or at a steeper angle rather, we can get more bikes in, but then the back ends are closer to the wall and I can't get behind the bikes. And that was really one of the goals of putting these in. I want to be able to get behind the bikes and be able to walk from the back of the trailer to the front and front to the back. If we put them at a shallower angle, what we run into is we can't fit as many bikes in here because more of the bike length is taking up the trailer. So right now I can get 6 in here easily. You can see they don't touch. The foot pegs down there are far away. Even if this one bounces over a little bit, that foot peg's not going to hit anything. This foot peg back here could hit the swing arm, I guess, but they haven't moved literally at all. So I thought worst case scenario, I can take a bungee cord and bring it back here to the E-track, and if they're bouncing around, but they literally haven't moved. So I'm very happy with it. Now the mistake I made, so you don't make the same mistake, is I was originally going to mount all these against the wall so that the frame of these right here was actually against the wall to try to maximize my space behind the bikes. I would have had to pull up this whole E-track though to get it to do that, or put it on top of the E-track and then shim it over here. And I thought, this is a pain. It's only like 2 or 3 inches. I'll just go ahead and mount them here. Well, I'm so glad I did, because after I mounted this one, I didn't realize it until later when I put the bike in. This cam lever right here, you can't get as far forward as you can these. See how that one goes all the way down? This one goes forward and hits the wall. So what that means is I can't get as much clamping force on this tire on this bike that's in this chock. It's still plenty to hold it up. But if you do put it in a truck, try not to mount it, or in a trailer, try not to mount it right against the wall. So just to maximize, just so you can have plenty of clamping force with the camming lever. All right, so as far as dimensions, like I said, 7x16. I put these 28 inches apart from each other. So from this front center post right here to this next center post is 28 inches, and then 28 inches and 28 inches. So for a full-size dirt bike, that seemed to be about right. And it gives me about this spacing between them. So we had 2 KDXs in here, 2 gases, and a KTM. This last bike, it's a little bit dark back here, sorry. This last bike, it's still at 28 inches from all the others, but a full-size bike, the back tire goes past the back door here. So what we did was we just had to swing it over a little bit, maybe about a foot, and so this bike sits a little bit kind of canted, and then the front tire still goes in there straight. It held it fine. Just as a precaution though, we just ran this tie down from the E-track up to the handlebars just to give it some extra support. But again, didn't use a fork saver, so that's if we have 6 bikes in here, which is a lot of bikes. I guess we have more bikes we're usually pulling with the truck anyway, so we can just put some in the truck. I just put the bikes in. When I originally put these in, I screwed them down with wood screws before I drilled my main holes, and then I put 2 bikes in and played with it, different angles, and then settled on an angle that I liked. And then I just used a square off this one, and then a straight edge off the square to set my next one, and my third one, and my fourth one, and my fifth one. So then I used the hardware that comes with these is kind of cheap looking bolts, and so I replaced it with some grade 8 bolts. And I think this floor is 3/4. It may be 5/8, but I think it's 3/4. I didn't measure it. In any event, I just ran bolts through it and put real thick washers on the backside, real big fender washers, and then a thicker washer, and then some hardened lock nuts on the backside. A couple of them I went through the frame, so a couple of them are real strong. Even the ones that go through the wood are super strong, so they're not going anywhere. So they'll hold the bike up very easily. So any questions, post below. Hopefully I covered it for you guys. They're like 50 something bucks on Amazon, free shipping. I want to say Amazon. And after I ordered a couple on Amazon, I actually found them on Rocky Mountain ATVMC for about the same price. And I think I got free shipping over 100 bucks or something. I can't remember what the deal was they had at that time, but so I had them ship me 3 or 4 of them to complete the stable. So if you have any questions, again, post below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And for a wheel shoe that's takes so little time, you just roll your bike in, clamp it down. I mean, a good set of tie downs is $25, and then you have to buy a fork saver, which is another 15 or 20. I mean, I guess you can get them cheaper, but I've broken a few of them too because I'm so aggressive tying my bikes down. It comes out about the same amount you spend on tie downs and fork savers you spend on a wheel shoe. So, and this is so much easier. You roll a bike in, you clamp it down, you go to the next bike, you clamp it, you go to the next bike, you clamp it, and you have the whole trailer loaded in just less than 2 or 3 minutes. And you're ready to go. You're not spending a lot of time tying stuff down. And that's primarily the reason I want to get these, just because of the speed, because it is so much faster. So, okay, thanks for watching.